Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Guyce. This is Eve Online, and this is video 2. I'm actually starting right back off where I left off from video 1. Let's see, we're doing faction warfare, PvP, low skill, low skill, low cost PvP. Um, kind of make ISK while you're doing it. So the last thing I was doing was getting rid of some waypoints because I have plenty of ships to lose and I want to see some more action while I go out and do some of these missions. So, doing some faction warfare missions, and again, I think I mentioned this in the last video, but the difference between a faction warfare mission and your normal missions is there's a big difference. First of all, I'm doing all these low sec areas. Just level 1s right now, and they still pay pretty decent though for quick missions. The idea though is they open a beacon to everybody, so when you're doing the missions, people can actually just come in to your mission and attack you. I actually kind of just learned about this because I just recently got into faction warfare myself, and this is one of the things that I saw, and I got some really good fights doing it. A couple really good fights, a couple really weird fights. Like somebody came in on me with one mission, and they were warp core stabbed, so that was interesting. Came in, started a fight with me, and then warped off when I had him scrammed and webbed. I was definitely a little confused because they were about to die and they warp off, and I just saw the ship disappear on my overview but no pod, and I'm like, what just happened here? So, yeah, definitely had some interesting fights. But that's the whole idea right now, is to go out and get as many fights as I can get, basically. This is a brand new character. 8 days old, I believe. So I just started this character 8 days ago, made some ISK on him. Everything I'm doing is going to be fairly self-sufficient. So all the skills that I've gotten so far, paid for by missioning and doing all the tutorial stuff and selling off some of the items that you get from the starting missions and career agents. So as soon as you get in the game, you're going to be doing stuff like that. And yes, I will probably drink lots and lots of coffee in my streams. Okay, so besides doing the missions, by the way, there are sites to capture. And I'm actually going to stop in this system. And let's see about capturing this site. Okay, this is a defensive site capture. So if the system belongs to you, then you're putting time on it. Basically to capture the site in your favor. Defensive sites do not pay as much as offensive. So normally it's a little better to go into enemy territory and get your fights and do it that way, because the time it takes is the same, and I think you get about double LP. So, but I am just going to stop here and see what happens. I'm actually going to kind of get off the beacon. That's the other thing too. With the setup I'm using here, I'm going to go ahead and get off the warp-in beacon. Probably burn about 20 kilometers away from, probably go up direction here. Right now it's only me and one friendly unit in the system. And here we go with the neutral lens system. Of course. Okay, so I know he's in a Swipple. That's one of the new tactical destroyers. It looks like he's just passing through, actually, so unfortunate, but kind of glad, because I don't really know if I want to deal with that yet. So it's going to be a boring 4 minutes and 30 seconds, but I will actually use that time to talk skills, I guess. Again, if you're getting into PvP, brand new, then your skills might be low, whether you just started playing the game or maybe you've been doing one. Oh shit. See, we're doing. Excuse my language. Let's see. So yeah, basically, whether you're new to PvP or a new player, period, this is really, again, geared towards new players, kind of seeing what's going on. I am doing a lot of solo, small gang, with low skills. I started off with Galente ships right now. Really kind of questioning my decision on that, since they're kind of drone, a lot of drone boats. But I did want to mess around with the Atron and the Incursus, which I have 5 of each set up, and they're kind of similar setups, but I do have shield tank. Shield tank set up for the Atrons, and I have a kind of hull tank armor rep set up for the Incursus. So we're going to try those out and kind of see how we fare with low skills on those. Otherwise, I think next week I'll be using Kestrels, Breachers, and Condors. Will be some of the setups that I'm going to take a look at using. So Again, those are going to be low skill as well. Some of the stuff to look at is um, maybe Mimitar setups at first. The projectile turrets, they're actually low fitting cost, low capacitor use, actually really easy to start with, but they do have like low fitting stats on the ships, so it does get a little bit I don't know, a little bit of give and take, I guess, on each race. Let's see, lasers and Amar, it's really tough to jump into lasers right away because you do need some energy management skills to get up there. I would recommend like 4s, if not 5s, on those if you're using laser boats. So Amar does have some drone ships and yeah, lasers, high energy cost, but their ships are bonus to get um, energy cost reduction. So something to think about. If you do Amar, instant ammo swap, it's actually pretty awesome. You basically switch your laser crystals over back and forth between ranges and stuff. So I played around with Amar for a while. Definitely a lot of fun. I do have some enemies coming through the system. I don't know, maybe I'll capture this site in the next 30 seconds before they land. Algos. What else are you in? Coercer. Okay, well they're not going to get in here. Okay, loyalty points awarded. So I got 1,000 loyalty points for defense. So yeah, not a lot, but I don't know. If you get into faction warfare, I guess it's like a good thing to do the defensive ones. It helps you out. I don't know. I stopped just to kind of show you, and then was hoping for somebody in a frigate to come through. But that didn't happen. So I'm going to keep moving on. Now, the problem is that those were 3 destroyers that I saw. 2 destroyers looked like they were rolling together. And then a tactical destroyer, which rolled through just a little bit earlier. Some fights that I don't really want, depending on how they're set up. Especially another 1 versus 2. Gets kind of hairy. Destroyers I'm not too worried about though. I'll pull range, get away from them, and see what happens, you know. Let's see, another Galente owned hub. Again, please note I'm using a character that was created just 8 days ago. Not a lot of skill points. 410,000 SP. Okay, this right here. Okay, something to note, as you see, I've got a red on my overview because I did not change my states to show being over that. Another thing to talk about faction warfare, you can actually find yourself some fleets and it actually looks like these guys are running around in a little gang together. So you can find yourself lots of gangs, fleets, or whatever. Like, it's all frigates, so you can definitely run into frigates and such on the other side of that. Could be a bad day. Looks like I got another Svipple on scan here. Okay, I thought you just drag the state, but you're gonna have to mess with that. Okay, you can also open your overview settings in while you're in station to fix some of the stuff. That's why I said I would probably fix mine later. And that is slash, what is it? I have it noted here somewhere. So that would be like slash open underscore overview underscore settings. You type that basically when you're in station, and you can mess around with your overview settings in station. It'll open up the window for you. You can do the state changes and all that stuff. Okay, so first mission here. All I'm gonna do right now is burn these rats off, because the thing is I've got one neutral in here. Looks like I'm kind of off grid though from any scans, which that actually is a plus. So if I take the time to kind of burn these rats away, all I have to do is kill the gate reconstruction vessels. Blah blah blah. So I'm gonna get these dudes off. The reason I'm doing this is in case somebody does warp in. It does do a beacon called Demolition. I know for a fact it does it because I've been warped in on plenty of these. So I do have a lot of friendlies in this system, so that's a plus. Right now I'm 50 kilometers away from the warp in, so I'm okay with that. Let's see, I'm only using tier 1 ammo. It really doesn't matter. It's level 1 missions. These things are really easy. I'm looking at like 5k range, so I'm just gonna burn into these dudes. Kill them off real quick. Again, my targeting range is really short. Oh, of course, out of range already. Actually, it looks like I'm far enough away from these to go ahead and just kill those. So, screw messing with these guys. The problem is, though, if you do end up getting jumped, you're going to have these rats on you and whatever players come in. So, constantly run your scans. See how much damage I start taking, I guess. When these rats come in. Okay, remember I am shield tanked, so I kind of want to save my shield for players that come through. So, just gonna let these dudes get closer to me again, keep an eye on my D-scan, and let my shields recharge or whatever. There's only one person in local that I have to worry about. Which, kind of boring, but at least I can get some more loyalty points here, and a little bit more ISK. And like I said, if somebody comes through, they'll probably take a look at the site, take a peek in. I don't know. Still got like 2 hours to go before I'm worried about my mission time expiring, so that's pretty much another ship hole. And like 5,000 rounds of faction ammo. Or something like that. Of course, if you want to, you can kill off all the rats. Doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to complete the mission without taking too much damage, so that if somebody does come in, I can still fight a little bit. What I'd probably do though is dock up, let my shields get their free little recharge, and then go back and try to engage. So it's not like really a big deal to take a lot of damage, but still, you don't want to die running a mission. You'd rather die fighting some people. A little more fun that way. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay, so couple unfriendlies in local. Three unfriendlies in local. See if a fight breaks out. Okay, looks like only one stayed. So as soon as this guy goes down, what I might do is I might bounce this novice and see if it's a, oh, well, never mind. A lot of folks. Okay. Oh, if they stick around, I still might go check it out. Let's see, these guys are starting to get in range of me. Hopefully I take this guy out real quick. Upside about being shield tanked, my shield's recharged, so okay, mission complete. Get out of this spot, go check out another area, depending on if I can get a fight or not. Let's see what happens here. It does look like they all passed through, unfortunately, so we'll go to the next system. Assassinate the sector commander. So again, kill one target. I think we can handle that, right? And let's see, Sergeant Space Monkey seems to be active. Okay. That's right. Okay, so easy mission. It's already done. Um, yeah, I don't know where this guy is, but he might be docked up or something. So, yeah, one friendly and local, he's in his pod, and one neutral and local. Don't see him on scan anywhere, so probably chilling somewhere. The neutral just came in. Another neutral. I don't know. I gotta stop for some extra loyalty points again here. This is a Caldari state, so I'm Galente Federation. So this one right here, I actually get more loyalty points for capping it. I think got a friendly in here though, so and I do. Alright, so the friendly that was in there. Alright, so yeah, the friendly that was in there. asked me to leave, which is alright, because you share LP, and when okay, now he's talking shit, so, well. Normally people are pretty nice, but, I don't know. Dude's obviously, getting some LP, which is fine, so. Okay, so the thing about these sites is, you gotta kill these rats, otherwise. He's so much faster than me. Otherwise the site doesn't capture. So let's see, fresh popped site, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like 5 minutes. I think you have to be within like 20 kilometers of the site. So chase that rat out. It was, I don't know. Okay, it's 10 minutes, that's right. So got 2 friendlies in here. Still not really worried. Again, some of this stuff is pretty boring, but You can make ISK basically while waiting for fights. I get to chill right now, drink some coffee, relax, take a breather. Not really done much yet, but hopefully later I'll go sit in a couple areas I'd like to go to and get rid of some ships that way. Of course, the biggest thing is using a directional scan. A couple other things that I would like to cover is setting up safe spots. This right here is not really a normal roam for me, even though I might be doing this specifically with this character. Every once in a while I might get a weird look on my face, by the way. It's either chat or local. I'm just taking a look. And got a lot of things going on my monitor, so need to focus though. Otherwise I do things like try to move two characters at once, and it doesn't end up nice or good. I'm kind of maneuvering around, just reducing transversal on this guy. Kind of just having fun with it. Because again, it's just me and another friendly in the system. It's something you can practice, by the way, on missions and stuff. This guy's definitely way faster than me, though. A rat that's faster. Okay, now local is coming up. So I'm actually gonna get away from this marker. And that would be a claw. Looks like they may have chased my buddy off that was in here. Okay, now that I got the course. Alright, they left, so I'm the only one in here, so I can focus on killing this rat again. Which is a really fast NPC. Keeps going up to a velocity of 4,000. Burn away from me. It's cute. I don't know. I was hoping to get a fight with the claw right there, just to kind of see. Also because Starting to get bored. But on the same note, I'm going to capture this site while there's nobody here. Because why not? Free LP, and like I said, most of the time people come into you, so otherwise you're going to be chasing them down. And why I do that? Now, with a little bit more skill, fluff, then you can kind of get away with a little more, play a little more aggressive. But with these fits, really you can lose like 100 of these things and do a few missions or whatever, depending on your standing and what you do to make Guyce on the side anyway. I mean, some people could mine for like an hour and probably make enough to lose tons of these ships, so let me see. My original loss here, 1.5 mil, so yeah. So if you don't got the ISK, a couple missions in, you got enough to at least do a tier 1 fit, and you saw, let's see, I took 2300 damage. Really not that bad. Just getting pretty wrecked though, so they were kiting me pretty good, I guess. Right, neutral end system. And a Tristan. Okay, and he's actually coming to me. Oh, I would like for this guy to try. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like this guy is with some friends. So let's see what they bring. He is burning towards me. I'm definitely going to pull him away from his friends warping in. Tristans now. that I would like to have happen is at least one of them come way out here. It looks like they're going to be careful though, and that's a Federation Navy Comet as well. Three Tristans. Okay, so drones. That's 15 drones and about 100 DPS. So if I don't take drones out, I last about looks like they're getting that comet though. Anyway, with all three of those Tristans, I'd last about 20 seconds probably. What I'm gonna do though is looks like these guys are fighting basically on the outside of this gate. It also looks like the guy in the Navy Comet said nope to this. Probably a good idea. As you can see, I don't really care about this rat at all, so I got 3 Tristans on D scan here. Alright, looks like they took off. They didn't want to play chase. Unfortunately, I had to do what I did there. 3 Tristans against Atron. They got drone range of like 50 kilometers or whatever it is. So I would have been basically kiting the drones away, trying to take them out, and then essentially kiting each of them, hopefully trying to get them to stay on the field and spread them out far enough apart. And the guy was actually pretty smart there. He stayed pretty close to the beacon, even though I think he came off about 30 kilometers, maybe 50. It still wouldn't have been enough for me to pull away all the drones. So unfortunately I would have had to take out as many drones as possible. Not only can they launch 5, but they got 3 to back up. So yeah, it's not impossible, definitely doable. They just didn't take the fight with me, so which is good. That is smart on them, I guess, to not play the kiting game. And it's not really like it's impossible to 3 versus 1 somebody that's kiting. You just spread out and snag them. I mean, depending on the person pilot, I can guarantee they would have eventually got me, most likely. So anyway, I've wasted enough time on this side. I don't really feel like killing this rat with all these other folks in and out and still waiting. Like so I got neutrals and local, nothing on D scan, kind of trying to keep an eye out here. Moving on though, I'll move on, get a couple more missions done, and maybe find a fight that somebody will take. So far, 2 versus 2 that ended up in a Navy Comet that looked like he was AFK. I don't know. and then a 1 verse 3 that they didn't even take. And I don't know. Oh man. Excuse me. Might have just burped a little bit into the mic. Okay. I actually wish I would have tried to fight that guy right there. Might actually go back through. I don't know what this guy's doing really. He's just sitting there. I think this guy's AFK, so I'm just gonna shoot him and kill him. Cause why not? Hmm. Well, okay. Kind of cheesy, but note to self: if you're negative security status, don't sit on gates. Uh, I'm not really sure what he was doing, but and not really sure what I'm doing. As soon as I land, I'm gonna get the fuck out of there. This guy's pretty much gonna wreck me right here. Yep, he saw where I was going. He didn't see that time. Okay, so this Federation Navy Comet is definitely a kiter as well, but as you can see, I was easily able to kind of get away from him. Not really sure what kind of setup he was going with, because he came in really close, but with a warp disruptor, not a scram and web. So I might try to take this fight. I just need my shields to recharge. Let's see, I'm gonna look at this guy real quick. Yeah, he was AFK, small ancillary armor repper. He would have tanked about 3,000 damage, so probably double what he did. He probably would have tanked more than that against me, so he was definitely not at his keyboard. But sorry, dude. Very sorry. But not. Sorry, not sorry? Yeah. Don't go AFK in low sec. Period. Okay, so that was a freebie, but they happen from time to time. This guy in the comet is looking for me still, actually. Yeah, and I kind of want to take this fight, but he's probably using a small ancillary rep, ancillary armor rep as well. So I don't know if I like that. That's something like 4,500 damage, I think, tanked on a Navy Comet. Oh, there he is. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I've been burning away for a while. a lot of fights that you really don't want to take, just brawling in. This fit, it's kind of alright, but no range. So if, I don't know, if I was to do something a little bit differently, I would probably try to drop my shields, go for a little more speed, and do a pretty crazy kite fit with this. So, probably go with like no tank or very little tank, and then work from there. But unfortunately, not a lot of action, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream for now. Probably turn in these missions and finish a couple more. And mostly because I'm out of time, so pretty much gonna call it dunsies for today. Not a lot of action today, but I got a little bit of LP. I'll finish these up, get some more LP. I'll probably be out later doing nothing but fights. So next time I'm on, should be a lot of fights to be had. Again, nobody jumped into the couple missions that I had, but as you can see, somebody was trying to get a little bit of action on one of the sites that I was in. Just unfortunately they didn't take it. So let's see. This guy would have been able to tank me, but not really apply a lot of damage to me unless he caught me. Which is easily doable with the afterburner. If you can overheat your afterburner, it's 1.5 times the speed of what your afterburner would already do, which is pretty much like double your speed. And I've got a Bantam right here on the gate. Curious about chasing it, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so again, one fight that really wasn't much. Federation Navy Comet that wanted to shoot my face, but I would definitely say it would have been in his favor. Oh, that's good. This is tough. So this will probably be the end of this run. Welp. Almost got away. And that's a gate camp. Pretty much insta-locked and disrupted right there. I was hoping to burn off a little bit. But that's alright. Still not bad. 2200 damage with that many folks shooting at me. And again, sitting here in my pod, so I'm probably gonna self-destruct. Most likely the fastest way home. If you're running implants and such, not a lot you can do about getting through all that. So I'm actually going to warp back to the gate that I just came from and let them have my pod. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Just got to take it. That's a bright sun. let's see. Excuse me. A more active tank fit, you probably could have either burned back to the gate or and got away from something like that. I don't know if I would have made it back to the gate with all that stuff on the field. There was kind of a lot of stuff in between me and the gate, but it is what it is. So, told him good fighting local, and called it a day. I'm actually just going to sit on this gate and self-destruct my pod while here. So, just roaming around, I got a freebie. Somebody went AFK. They had a criminal flag on them. Negative security status. And that's what happens. Oh, and here's another thing too. This is cool. Glad this didn't happen while I was fighting. This has happened to me a couple times while I was fighting. It's like camera glitch. All I did was self-destruct, you know? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna let this self-destruct or I die, and that'll be that. It was good running around. I know it's super boring stuff at first, but gets a lot better as we go. So, for now, I'm Guyce, this is EVE Online, and hope to see you guys around. And if you guys got questions, shoot me a mail in game, or chat with me on Twitch. That's all I really got right now. But hopefully we get a little more going and get some more followers and stuff, and I can kind of cover stuff that is a little more common questions and such. And I'll see you guys around.